There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. A beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes. You'll see it's true. Good times, sunshine. Gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies. Push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground. Turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes. You'll see it's true. A beautiful day.
Alright, welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Thursday night, Large Project Thursday. We're working on the Chris Jones inlay. Hope everybody's having a good week, good Thursday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, all those good things while I'm thinking about it. Also, a quick reminder, next week, we're not going to be doing any streaming. We'll be back on August 1st, which will be a Monday. But next week we're going to take off so I can get everything set up for our event. Since we haven't had an event in a while, I got a lot of things to take care of. So we'll be working on that. Otherwise, probably won't be working on any of the things we're doing during the streams either during that time, just because most of it's going to be how I'm going to be setting up. I've got some new things I'm going to hopefully get made up and whatnot on that front. So... picture, yeah. It's going to show what we're doing here. Hopefully I can get it in screen there. Yeah, I'm going to hide my face with it. That's Chris Jones there. That's what we're going to be working towards right now. We're just kind of up in the middle of his forehead area right now, so we still got a little bit of work to go. Let's go ahead and get our camera switched over here. Get some background noise going. And we'll get started on it. I did actually work on this about a little over an hour today. We're finishing up line 16 right now. We were finishing up line 13, I think, when we finished up last stream. So, got 3 lines done. Not a lot, but like I said, I'm running out of black. And so, yeah. Let's see, where was I at? My black should hopefully be here by next Thursday. I'm hoping. We're going to see. Find out more tomorrow when I check some... when I checked earlier today, still had no tracking yet. So, once it hits that, hopefully 4 days normally from them. So, then I won't have to worry about it. Now, when we finally come back now, after I do the event on the 30th, I'll probably work on it a little bit, but we're going to be coming back on the 1st, so... kind of depends on how everything goes with the event, and I don't have to hurry to restock anything at that point, but we'll see whatever happens by then. I'll still be taking orders and working orders. I just won't be doing the stream and working on the stream stuff. I want to almost work on the Jelly Cube earrings we're doing because I'd really like to take them, but I'm planning on doing another set anyway, but I do have a lot of other stuff. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to set up a new bracelet display. So I'm going to be a little bit busy, and then just getting everything done. Like I said, it's been almost a year since we had an event. Had a couple lined up at the end of last year, but where they still had mask rules, and wife can't do the mask, and she's on oxygen. So we ended up not doing those events at the end of last year. And I think most of the places right now are mask optional, so I mean I can deal with it myself, but the wife just can't do it, so I gotta have a little bit of help. It's kind of hard doing an event by yourself. You got no time to go potty, and if you're dealing with somebody, you can't watch things, so it's good to always have somebody there to help. My daughter's actually my youngest, gonna be helping me this Saturday, or 30th Saturday to get set up and everything. The wife will kind of join in a little bit later, so she'll be able to just hang out and kind of enjoy the day. It's a fun event down here in Smithville. They got music all day, and I have fun. But it'll be nice to get back to doing an event since it's been a while. But I do appreciate everybody that has purchased from me through the website and just contact me through Facebook. That has made not having events a little easier. I mean, events are normally where we make more money, so need to get back to getting into those. And that's one of the other reasons why I'm thinking I might slowly start winding down my band stuff, so I can. There's a lot of events I bypass. Our local Renaissance Festival, though expensive to get into, I think it might be worth it, but that's always the mid-marching season, so if I'm helping out the band, I have a hard time doing anything in September or October. Then we normally get our November, December events, but first of the year is always kind of slow for us. I mean, after Christmas, there's not a whole lot of events to begin with. You know, everybody's pretty much shopped out by then. April, May is normally, there's a few in April, May that I'd like to go to. We haven't gone to any of those in about 4 years now. I'd like to start getting back to some of those, and like I said, I'd eventually like to start getting to some more. We got a little town up here. They do a monthly thing, and you can get into one of their things, but this year again, they're actually redoing. It's a big giant old barn that they have this thing in. Small little town, but it draws in a ton of people. Town can get crazy when it's full of people. Once a month, they always have something kind of going on. Then every other month, it's a apple festival and just all kinds of different little things they do, and draws a lot of people in, and that would be kind of nice. You get into it, you pay for a year, and it's a monthly thing, almost monthly. I think they got 10 events within the 12 months, so it is. I mean, it's not necessarily outside, and like I said, it's in a big old style barn, but it's not air conditioned or heated, so it's whatever the weather is. But they're redoing that, so this year was kind of out for that. I think they're going to have a couple of things near the end of the year. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really looked at that. So I do need to start looking at getting into more and more events. And I'm going to still try to work on getting that tutorial done. Like I said, I'm hoping I can get it done before this, but mid-August is probably when it's going to be done, just with everything else going on. I'm still playing with it, doing what I need to do right now, but just in little spurts, when it's something, when I need to take a break from doing the other stuff. And tonight, after, the stream tonight, things will change around in this room. I'm going to end up using a lot of the bench area here for pulling out stock, making sure everything's tagged, priced, etc. So I'll be using a good portion. I've been waiting until the stream ends tonight to do all that, because I was like, man, I could start pulling out some event tables behind me, but everything's going to get crowded real quick when I start doing that. And I was like, I don't want to have to fight with that and a stream. So that'll all start here later tonight. Table is ready to come out, and then I can bring my spinners over, finish those up, get out all the product that needs tagged, priced. I still got all the stuff that I built here on all our streams. I haven't even sat down and priced them yet. I've got all my details written down on them when I did them, but I need to go through. That's the last thing I do normally, is go through, and my wife made up an Excel program for me that gives me my prices and everything once I put in my information on what it took and blah, blah, blah. That's how I get to my prices. It needs to be constantly updated with everything changing so much. That's one thing. Not really what they are right now is what they are right now, but that will be changing here soon. I'm going to be upping the pricing, unfortunately, because costs have gone up, and I don't, like I said, I don't base my hourly rate basically on minimum wage, but when I first started doing this years ago, you know, I was charging about $7-8 an hour, and now minimum wage is like 11 something here. So it's like I need to probably bump up to about $13-14 an hour. And I don't want to do a killing. I mean, I try to keep them reasonable. I don't want to be crazy on the prices. There are some that are super insane, some mid-range, some low. I want to go low. A lot of people that I've noticed that do sell low, they're more of the hobbyists, which is perfectly fine. I have no problem with chainmail hobbyists. And, you know, more we can get into chainmail, the better. But sometimes they underprice their stuff because they're not counting their time, because their time is just kind of the hobby part. So, as a business, and you're trying to make money, and this is how I make my living, I need to charge some kind of an hourly thing here too. I got to make some money to keep going and survive. So, all right. Like I said, I have no problem with them, but it kind of takes away from the chainmail business center per se. All right. Now time to count out some more rings here. So I don't have a whole lot of black left. I'll need some black. Need some rose. Get them ready. And we're going backwards this time, so no, got a few reds coming in. Blacks are starting to fade out a little bit, but I don't have a lot. Rose, black. I stopped a couple different times. I had about another hour I wanted to put in on this, but I was like, if I don't, I'm going to end up running out of rings, and then what will we do for the screen? It's like, well, I could pull out the jelly cube, but I didn't want to do that either. Oh, these two. So hopefully, we should be good. I think I've got enough. When I kind of did a tentative count on some of this, it looked like I'll probably get enough black to do at least 3 more rows. We'll get this one and probably most of another one done before we're done today. Kind of depends on how much I jibber jabber, how quickly I can count, and not screw things up. And you know, if we don't have to go back and try to figure out why my counts are off at some point, which does happen on occasion still, when you're not totally paying attention to what you're doing. I say I have more screw-ups that I find out later after a stream that I did during a stream, because I'm not talking and looking and checking this or that and everything else out, you know, during when I'm just doing normal work. So I find a lot of odd things happen when I stream. Dark rose. Yeah, I've got some of these out. It's a lot of one of this color, one of that color, one of this color, one of that color. But that's what gives you kind of that blurry background kind of look that we're kind of going for here. Because I did, each one of these that I made up, I actually had one where there was a solid background. Found pictures that were solid backgrounds that I could use, but I don't know, there was just something about them that the real picture seemed to look better, I thought. So that's kind of the way I'm going. Well, I mean, those were real pictures, but, you know, most of these that I'm using were from on the field shots. They weren't, you know, set up like the other ones that I found, and where the background of the photographer had them sit down, you know. Kind of like the old days, going to get your school picture kind of thing. Some dark rose, we'll stop there, because I got 3 counts, so that's a good little group there to start off. Row 17, so that means we're at about, probably right around 1,800, a little over, rings into the project so far. Right around there. 100 and whatever I said per row, 106. So So getting real close to that 1800 for sure. 17. I think another 8-ish rows or so, and then we'll start getting into the eyebrows and the eye area, and that's when things will start to start looking better. And by the time I get there, I can actually start kind of stretching this thing out a bit where it's seeable. I thought I almost forgot to start YouTube and Twitch. Don't forget to check us out over there on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. If you're part of those, go give us a like, subscribe there too. Make sure you get notifications. And you can watch us there too in case you don't like watching us on Facebook. Or vice versa, whatever. Whatever works for you to view. Today was another hot little booger out there today. It's just sunny, hot, sunny, hot, sunny, hot. I did see the 10-day now puts us out on to Saturday the 30th. And they're calling for a high of 87, which looks really nice. And it looks like we might have some clouds at times. But again, that's 10 days out. 90% of the time, it's wrong. I'm just hoping if it's wrong the wrong way. I want it to be cooler. And I don't mind the clouds, as long as we don't have much rain. Seems like the last couple of years we've done this event, it's been actually ended up having almost decent weather. Some of them been kind of hot, but last year was actually, it had a lot of clouds at times. We had a few little sun here and there, but a few clouds came through. We got a little light sprinkle, but nothing heavy. It was kind of a nice day last year, actually. I think maybe that's one reason why we end up staying later than we normally do. Because it wasn't so bad. Now, I did leave my Mahomes jersey stand behind, but luckily the event people had seen it and somebody remembered that it was mine and I had a Chief thing on it. I was trying to contact them at the same time that they were trying to figure out how to get a hold of me. And so it all worked out and I ended up going to get it. I mean, it was just a little, cheap 2x4 thing I made, but still. 2x4s aren't cheap anymore. No wood is cheap anymore. That's what I need to go buy tomorrow. I'll be going, probably spending about 40-50 bucks on a couple sheets and some trimming. It's gonna do it today. Yeah. I don't know. I've been having a hard time sleep here lately. I get maybe 4 hours of sleep where I want to wake up and I can't get back to sleep. And then, but after I'm up for an hour or so, I'm tired again. And want to take, another 2, 3. Just can't get a good solid 6 or 7 at any point in time, it seems like here lately. I don't know what the deal is. It's driving me a little bonkers. Push today. Hopefully I can get to bed decent time and hopefully get a good sleep. That's what everything I've done today is to lead to a nice night tonight is what I'm hoping. So after the stream I'm going to do a little bit of stuff, but I do plan on kind of trying to chill and wind myself down on purpose. Try to make sure I ate regularly today. And I know that's part of my issue. I suck at eating properly. One, I don't eat the right foods, I'm sure. 2, I don't eat at a proper time. I mean, it wasn't until I got up at 8:38 this morning. It wasn't until about 2:30 before I finally ate something. And then I actually just had a little taquito thing before I streamed, and it was like I need to eat better on that. And the biggest thing, like I said, is forgetting. When my stomach isn't making me sit down going, oh man, I feel like crap, I just keep doing stuff. Either, chainmail, laser, working on graphics. There's always something going on. Occasionally I'll sit back, maybe watch a 20-minute episode of some, TV show that I've got playing. I've normally got some type of comedy TV show just constantly playing over and over, episode after episode. Sometimes I'll kick back, watch one, take a quick break, and then back to doing this or that. Well, and I will admit, there's probably 4 or 5 times a day, I'll probably play a quick game on the computer for about 10-15 minutes. Just some stupid either match type game or something where my brain can just click, where I don't have to think. It just sees it and does it. Stupid little, matching games. Something I don't think about. It helps my brain relax. I don't know why, but it does. I don't like doing the PlayStation because then I get more tensed up, whether it be football or racing. Golf, kind of, those are the 3 things I mostly play on the PlayStation. Golf, racing, and football. And golf is probably the most calming one of them all because it's a little slower pace. When you're racing, it's constant. When you're playing football, you can set up different things, but you're normally moving fairly fast, trying to, work with the play clock and all that. In golf, you kind of just leisurely go around, so it is the most kind of relaxing, I guess, out of those that I do play. But again, I pretty much restricted PlayStation play now just to Sundays. Sunday night for race team stuff. Sometimes I might, get in there an hour early, do a little football or maybe a little golf, but then put in the racing for a racing night. Though I have been hosting the racing here the past month, and we're coming up on week 7 of 8, so past 6 weeks. I haven't really been racing. I've been hosting the racing, so still takes the same amount of time. Actually, if anything, I think probably a little more, because I do need to make sure cars are going to work on certain tracks and make sure I got fuels and stuff set. Then I also got to worry about getting, they call them liveries for the cars, where you decorate them basically. But that's only really Sunday. Sometimes Saturday night I might, if it's late, I'm trying to wind down, I have gone in and made try to work on graphics on on Saturday night. If I can't, if I don't, then it ends up being Sunday before racing. But like I said, I'll be pretty busy, though. I'm hoping Saturday, if I go out and get all my wood tomorrow and Saturday, I'll probably be working on some of that outside. Got to move the trailer around and park and get the mower moved so that I can get the trailer and keep it in a certain area while I'm pulling stuff out, getting it loaded, cleaning up anything that needs to be cleaned up. So that'll keep me pretty busy. It's been a little more than a week to mow. There's a little bit of, if I went out and mowed, you could tell, but it's not real bad because we've hardly had any rain. Most of the things that are growing are more like those little, I don't even know what they call those type of weeds. They're not real cottontails. I don't know what they call them, but they're kind of jettisoned up a little bit. But other than that, but it's just so dang hot, I don't want to get out there and mow. Best time to mow, I think, is almost, early morning, but I don't like to mow till at least 9:30, 10 o'clock around here because I know some people that work nights, and it's like I'd rather, give them their time in a way. I think we can technically start mowing at 7, but all right, time to count again. Let's see here, 3, 5. Pull a few out. These, I don't know if you can see me doing these, but with the camera where it's at. Dark rose. We'll be changing colors here and getting some more frost coming up. 2 lines. White rose. Dark rose. Yeah, I'm really hoping I can get these orders pretty soon, because Bobby will be happy I can get her tags done. She's been waiting on these tags for her tic-tac-toe board for, a little over a month now, I believe. I'll be happy to finally get them done for her. Everything else I've currently had, but I'm starting to run a little low on a few other things that I'm going to have to probably reorder here soon. That's the other thing. There are certain things. I'm trying to move my rings over from TRL. I'm looking at other places, but there are some things scales are kind of iffy when I can get them at other places some, but basically they're just reselling of TRL, cleaned up, kind of checked out. You don't get as much garbage per se. But tags, the round tags that I use for a lot of things. I found some that I can get, but man, there's just... Now, granted, the quality of them look much better. A lot of them that I found, the edges are done, but per per tag, it's like there's that trade-off. I can make you something really great, but you're going to be paying more for it because of the material. That's where a lot of it comes down to. I can get really good stuff, but that's where it gets a little more pricey than what I can get when I do bulk like I do, kind of. I don't want to say bulk, but kind of bulk. So there's always the trade-off. That's what I tell everybody. There's things I can keep it you at a certain price, but if you really want something just a little notch better, I can do that. And then there's even a notch better. It all just depends on what you want to do. Champagne. I'm not going to use a lot of champagne, but this row has a few. Rose, lost, dark rose, lost, black eyes, and a few more here. Two lost. So I split it just right. We'll have this one and then one more ring count, and then it'll be done. The row, but this one's got less, I think, frost in this row than the previous rows did. So frost. Looks like I've been getting a frost champagne mix in this one. So we got two stuckies. And what's the next one gonna be? Yeah, we'll stop on two black then. Stop them back, get two black, and we'll call this there. Well, probably when I get done, it's going to be more like this, where it was just constantly back and forth between black and dark rose. That'll be changing though here soon too. When I get down towards the ear, most of the black, once I get midway, is going to be in the face instead of the outside border that we're working now. Where are we at? 27 minutes in. So we're getting close, near halfway. I don't know if my camera has been switching or not. I haven't looked. I keep looking at the comment area, but I haven't been looking at the others. So, and hopefully I'm not having any problems with anybody viewing anything tonight either. Like I said, since we changed internet providers, things have been, well, for the most part, way better. There's still little things here I'm having, but like I said, my laptop's actually been doing good on me since I finally went in and did some things to say stop trying to get me to do Windows 11 right now. That seemed to help some things. I also updated a few things that it had been wanting to update, and so far so good on that front too, which is good. But then I guess I need to gotten most of the band stuff done that they were asking me to do. I need to find out though, Bandcamp also starts next week too. That's another thing I've got going on. So that's our first week of Bandcamp. One or two of those days I'll go out early when they're outside so I can get some drone work and pictures. But yeah, so that adds to the other. I guess I kept forgetting to talk about that. That adds to everything going on next week. So many things. On Saturday they got a car wash going on, and I'm like, oh really? I'm going to be busy. I won't be able to make it. Normally I don't go and get a car wash. I just drop by, drop them off $10-20. Take some pictures, add to the collection of stuff for them. Who's meowing? You don't need over here. Sounds like cute's over there wanting. The cuteness. It's the son's cat. Oh, she must have heard me say her name. If you know the reference of the cuteness, I don't know, I'll tell you what. If anybody happens to watch this at some point, I don't necessarily care when it is. If you send me something and you know what the cuteness represents, what movie it relates to, we'll give you something. We'll give you something for free. I don't care if it's, a year down the road. As long as I'm still making chainmail, I'll honor that one as long as you let me know when and where you heard that, what day, or what video. That'll be an interesting one. I've thought about kind of doing that before. I've read these things on the news articles here. Now, it's been a little bit, but there was a teacher at a college somewhere that, when they write up their syllabus for their class, in the syllabus they put in there where to go to find money. But the only way you'd know about it is if you read the syllabus. So he waited for the whole semester. It might have been the year. I'm not sure on that. And he went to where the money was hidden. That if you would have read the syllabus, you would have found out where it was, and it was still there. So basically, nobody in any of his classes read the syllabus for the class. So nobody got the money. It's kind of like what I'm kind of doing now. If somebody happens to watch this video, you're halfway through a video, it'd be hard to find by skipping around. I guess unless you went halfway point, because we're about 30 minutes in. But yeah, if you know what reference of the cuteness and what movie that relates to, if it takes even longer and longer, I might up what I'm thinking about giving away. Because that would be a one for watching and finding. I would have, that would be, since I honestly, I don't think anybody's here right now. So they wouldn't be watching it live and hearing that. So it'd have to be on that. But I'm going to shut up now about it, so it's not forever long and somebody shows up, gets a hint. So watch the video. I know, boring videos, right? I don't know. I have fun kind of just watching people do it. That's why I like watching some of the streams that are out there. Which I do. I haven't put the link the last couple times. I need to put the link up for Mailworks. But Mailworks, Sean White over there, he normally does stream. He's been a little busy. It's summertime. Things get a little hectic. I get it. So he hadn't been streaming here lately, but he does a lot of streaming. But you should still go check out his stuff. He's a good guy over there. And then Bracken Mail, Joshua Bracken. He had a lot of moving going on since the end of last year and stuff, but he's been talking about here soon he's hoping to get back into the streaming, so that'll be kind of cool. He starts doing it. I'll make sure I'll start getting his link put up here too. He normally streams more in the earlier afternoon, at least on my time. He would normally finish up by like 5:36, I think. Though he would stream sometimes a couple, 3 hours, He does a lot of different things, though, which is cool. That's why I kind of like hanging out. I can go, I'll come in, chat, see what's going on for a little bit, and come back later, he's still streaming. I kind of want to do that in a way, but I got so much other stuff going on that, like I said, the house always makes me pretty busy. Household chores and everything else, You've been around, the wife's health issues, so that takes, a little extra to get things going throughout the house. But anyway, it's all good. You do what you got to do. I mean, that's kind of what I've kind of had to do most of my life anyway. There are times where you might get, I still have my down days and stuff too, but, then eventually it's like, let's just push through, get it done, continue on. What else are you going to do? Can't sit there and dwell about it too much, or you kind of do, but then eventually you just have to go, okay, let's go. Let's do it. I ain't the best motivator, but I try to motivate myself. But I mean, everybody's going to have their days. There are definitely days where I get a lot more done, and other days where it's like, man, you just kind of get burned out and stressed down, and it's like, but sometimes you got to have those days, I guess, to decompress sometimes. That's kind of like vacations. We don't do vacations really. I honestly, every time we've kind of done stuff out of town, I hate it. Well, I mean, I have fun, don't get me wrong, but by the time the vacation's over with, I'm so worn out from all the extra stuff I had to do that I don't want to do it. Now, it does make it harder with the wife's health issues to do everything. There's so much more planning ahead. You just can't whimsically, like we did years ago, just like, hey, let's go drive this weekend. And we went out for our anniversary, I don't know, probably 8 years ago now. Just started driving down the highway. It was like, where are we going to go? Well, we started heading towards St. Louis, and at one point we were about midway through Missouri. It's like, Jefferson City's, a couple hours south here. Why don't we just go down there? So we started driving south. Once we got down that way, and it was like, we stopped at, some of the candy shops and all those things that are out there in the middle of nowhere kind of places. And then we ended up in the Ozarks. Not planned, but we just found a place to stay. It was off season, so it was a little weird, but because there was a lot of places that were closed. But we had a fun, good time. But again, once we got home, even then, I mean, it was a little easier then. But even then, after I got home, it was like I just need still a couple days. I'm worn out. All the driving, all the looking, all the walking, all the everything. All right, this should be our last little count here. I won't grab too much. Get her done. Like ice. Get a few of these going out here. Yeah, a bunch of stuck ones though, figures. I don't know why I've had so many of these stuck together. Normally 1/4 inch stickers. When I get down to 20 gauge is normally where I have the biggest problem. But I'm starting to get double stuck and all that stuff. But a lot of these 1/4 inch have been kind of buggery here lately. Okay. Oh, I thought I had a message pop up over there. Something moved into my peripheral vision. And I thought it was the screen changing because of the message. So yeah, like I said, I'll have enough for probably 2-3 more rows of black, maybe. So I can get in the other. Like I said, it's starting to wean down a little bit, a lot less, because there the first several rows I used quite a bit. The black is the I gotta go back here and make sure I get the right count. I gotta go all the way back there to the black eyes, then black, rose, black, rose, black. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking I did. That's where I was. Try to make sure I mark, grab it, and put it down, and I forgot that time. That's why I need to double check. And that would suck because when you run out and you get near the end there is when you find out, I'm one off. What happened? Now, granted, that's why I double check in the main stuff, but it ends up being just more of the side and the background where I'm off, right in here. Normally, you're okay. You can kind of play with that a little bit, but if it's within the actual picture itself, that's when when the count's off and you've got to go back that far. It sucks, but I want to fix that. Out here, you can kind of play. Sometimes within the face, it depends on where you're at in the face. Around the lips and eyes, sometimes I end up playing with those after I'm done. At least I did with the Mahomes. Is once I built it, I actually changed up a few rings in the eyes and the mouth area to give it a little more. To me, it just felt better, so I changed it up a little bit after the fact. But I also did play around with the background on that one because I ended up using some matte in the outer edges of it just to play with it. One, I was a little low on the others. I probably had enough color. It was actually a matte blue. I probably had plenty enough, but I wanted to kind of start, when I cut down to the bottom, I started putting some matte in it. You really can't tell from pictures. When you're up close to it, you can kind of tell that it's a little, it's not quite as shiny, but frosted and shiny either, so the white color. Alright. These I didn't need, get out of the way. Yeah, there's a lot less there than I was thinking. I was going to have more for that. I did mark it off. This row 17 finishing up. I forgot to turn the fan towards me and lock it in place. I'm getting hot over here. Like I said, it was a hot burger again today. We were like 98 or something. It's pretty much how it's supposed to be for the next several days. No rain chances till, I believe, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. And no days look pretty. Gonna have to work out there and get some stuff done, but it's not gonna be fun. Those are, again, days I'm gonna need to make sure I eat well. I just need to make sure I eat well all the time. Thought about using like a phone app or something that'll, putting clocks in there, something to remind me, but thing is, whenever I do that, and especially when it comes to something like that, it goes off. I'm gonna think, oh, I'm feeling alright, I'm gonna eat right now, I'll remember to do it here in 10 minutes, let me finish this up. And it never happens. It's, that 10 minutes, I did finish that thing up, forgot the eating portion, and ended up getting to do another project. Okay, I'm gonna be working on this for another half an hour. Not think about it. 2 hours later is when the stomach's churning, going, hey, you feel like crap, man. And then that normally dissipates after 10 minutes at the most. And if if I'm still not thinking about it, I'll end up going back and doing something because I'm like, oh, I'm feeling good now. Let me go finish what I was doing, and then I forget to eat again. I know people think it's crazy. I tell people I forget to eat, and they're like, how can you forget to eat? I told my dad that, and he says, Mary Jo, my stepmom, she says he's the same way. He forgets to eat too. That's why she cooks everything and pretty much says, here's food. And that's kind of what my wife used to do for the most part. And I think that's probably why it's gotten worse here lately, because she can't cook like she used to all the time. She doesn't need to. I can make my own food and everything. But when she would do the cooking and everything, and I don't want this room to come together, she would just say, hey, it's dinner time, and off I went to eat. So I didn't need to think about it. I just got told it was time to eat. Now that I have to do my own thing, I just got to remember, and then I don't mind making it, like I said. I just got to remember to go make it. Though I've gotten a little cheaty, and I do have, we get these spicy patties that are easy to cook up, and some easy things, so I was hoping it'd make it easier to remember, but yeah, it hadn't worked. Well, we are past halfway. We're probably running up 42 minutes. But I do want to again say thank you to everybody that watches us live or watches us later. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to get the thumbs, likes up, the thumbs, the likes, the thumbs up, whatever. I can't talk. Still looking to get up to 500 subscribers on Facebook. Last time I looked, I think we're around 325-ish or so. I know it's a slow progress. But I'm hoping maybe I get a few more here once I release these, and I realized I hadn't released my square ringed Dream is Catcher wall hangings, if you want to call them. I wrote that up, and I totally forgot to upload those for a tutorial. So I've still got to get that up there. I didn't realize it. But, like I said, over last weekend I got some things done in the background that I hope fix some of the issues I had a few people contact me about. So I hope that's working good now. Won't really know till... I'll be more concerned if I don't get an order through the website by like next Tuesday or Wednesday. I normally get one a week at minimum. There's been a few times where it's taken a little longer than that. I might be a little worried about what I just did Saturday if I don't get anything by Tuesday, because that would be pushing more than 7 days, and that would be highly unusual. Like I said, it's not like I sell something every day. Some days I'll have multiple orders, then I can go a few days without. But I'm a little concerned that hopefully I didn't screw anything else up. I'm hoping I fixed the problem. Like I said, I need to get somebody that will kind of go in there and maybe run through an order for me and do a refund thing, just to test it all. There's a testing area in it, and I've done that, and it works that way, but that doesn't always mean anything. that's what, whenever I work on my website, it's like I know what I'm doing to the website and I know what I want certain things to do. So when I go there, I know what I need to do to make that go. But sometimes I wonder, does the normal person come to the website? Are they understanding what I'm trying to do? Are they getting it? And so I always wondered. So, all right, we're going to start some row 18 here. We got 15 minutes still. So we'll start over here. Start at the other side because we're going to work the other way this time. Yeah, blacks are running. There should be plenty for this row, though. I think we're running about 20 per row at this point in the project. When I was kind of counting the black rings out, going how many am I using per row for the most part on average, and that's what I kind of used to set everything. And figured I'd better stop at one point. I think probably stop pretty good because I might get through half of the next row, I think, and before I run out. I think it's going to be right in there by the looks of it. Maybe a little bit more. I mean, sometimes I underestimate what's in there by just looking. But we'll see. I really can't see in there now. I'm just feeling and pulling them out. Right. So, I guess if I move them up in there a little bit, I can see a few. There's a bunch stuck here. I did get me another package of 12 highlighters. I've seen them on sale on Amazon 3 or 4 days ago. It was normally like $15 for the full set, and they had it down to $4.98 or something like that. So I was like, hey, I seem to be going through them a lot. I better get me some more. So I went ahead and ordered me some more. They're not what these are called, liquid highlighter, but hopefully I don't have the problem I had with those other ones, the cheap ones, that they don't like to be open and closed often. I did figure that out. Nice. Champagne, as I like to call it. I always say it's champagne so I can spell it properly. I don't know why. I always had those few words. I've talked about it before that when I was a kid, I always had a problem spelling. So I think they have a word for it. I don't remember what it is, but Wednesday, I could not spell Wednesday for the life of me as a kid, so it became Wednesday. I could figure that out. I could spell Wednesday, so whenever I have to spell it, that's what I say. It's Wednesday. And champagne, that's been more of a recent thing. Well, 8 years ago when I started getting ring colors, I was having to do that, and I kept misspelling it, and I was champagne. Okay, I won't forget how to spell it now. And that's how that one worked. Dark rose, kind of just jibber jabbing instead of getting the rings going. There's champagne. Not a champagne on this row. Trying to put a few extra in here so that maybe we'll get to the end of it about the same time the stream needs to end, is what I'm kind of hoping for. All these stuff. Let's go there. Hopefully we're good. It's about what I've been running normally. Sometimes I can compact them a little closer together, but I didn't this time. So it'll probably be about the same. I don't know how many it is. I just kind of go till it feels like, okay, it's time to stop. Let's weave these in and continue. But I didn't end up doing another of the forever weave, what we did last night. I wanted to do another one, but I fixed the two screwed up rings I had on it and called it good. I did, and because I still do have this other one I want to finish just to see what it's going to look like. Like I showed, that was larger rings. It just was way loose, and it just didn't look right. I am going to finish it. We'll put it out there. You know, somebody might end up liking it better. Who knows? Like I said, the other one was actually kind of tight. The units were really tight, but it was still bendable. This one will be definitely a lot more floppy around. So, I mean, maybe somebody would like that feel better around their wrist. Some, you know, like that floppy feeling. Some like the tight feeling. I'm still running zeros. No loss. I would say that's definitely been the improvement. I haven't noticed a ton difference with the PlayStation when it comes to speed. Computer now, I haven't done a lot of downloading right now. I normally, it's when I'm working on the website during the season for the band, I normally do a lot more downloading then. Right now, I'm only backing up even my own website once a month. So normally when I get into the middle of the band season, though, there's more updating going on, so I'm backing up more often. And I hope there probably will be more backing up on the Booga Box website, Booga Mail, coming up, just because I'm going to be starting to do a lot of updating. I got the I got my test program, or I had some subdomains set up so I could do some testing. I think I'm sticking with the same program that I'm currently using. I tested some of the others, and there were some things I liked about them, but some that I didn't. And I think it more comes down to I'm just so used to, I've been running this website for the same platform for, 6-7 years, so I'm a little more used to it. I still do forget, because there's a lot of the stuff that I code myself, because some of the things don't quite work the way I want to do it, so I have to try to change it up. Sometimes that can be a problem, but overall I think Peter's been doing better. Now I think the wife likes it better. She's not had a problem connecting anymore here lately with our old Wi-Fi setup. Wi-Fi from Spectrum sucked. The Google, again, I don't necessarily like having all the Google equipment in here per se, but she has had a lot less issues connecting. I normally would get, every 3 or 4 days, I'd get a message from her. She'd holler at me, "Hey, is the internet not working? I'm having a hard time connecting. I've rebooted this 3 or 4 times." I haven't heard any of that since we've changed. So, if anything, I would take that. And plus, actually, overall, what we're paying for is about the same. If anything, I actually think it's a few bucks cheaper a month because I don't have the rental cost anymore that you got through Spectrum. And so I think overall we're probably going a little less, but for the speed that we're getting, it's like crazy. So now, granted, I've never topped out near any of the speed for any of the downloads that I've done. Upload-wise, again, I haven't really done much uploading. I guess I'll see more of that when it comes to I start doing the band stuff video here. I guess the first video that I'll have of any length. Because Bandcamp stuff, I normally don't make anything and upload for them. I save for the DVDs. But they're going to have a parent preview night at the end of the second week of Bandcamp. So I'll finally find out then when I upload that probably. Because that's normally a pretty lengthy video. Sometimes I do 2. I do everything they did, and then I do another one that's a time lapse of the whole night. And, that one's quick, but I guess I will learn more then, because I haven't had any major uploads of any kind of videos since then. I do the streaming, but I don't have anything to upload on that. Though I had been thinking about uploading the videos from when I was on the news with the Chiefs jersey. I've got 3 videos on that. I've got the one video where I was just a super fan. They just showed a picture, talked about it. After that aired that night, the next day they wanted to come out and do a little interview thing, so then I had a little interview with them. And once they aired there, I had another news channel call, and they wanted to come out and do a little interview. So it was a little weird, a little intimidating. You can ask the wife. I was like petrified in a way. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to say no, but it's like, but everybody knows, if you've ever been here long enough, I hate talking about myself, so it's weird. And so, I mean, it was cool experience overall. I mean, overall, it was, by the time everything was said and done, I'm kind of glad I did it, but the nerves were crazy. I think I would do better like somebody just taking pictures and asking for doing like a written report would be much easier to deal with than here's a big old camera with a camera guide. Let's try this. Let's do this. Can we put don't ask me anything. I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah, definitely. How much time we got left here? I said 5 minutes. So yeah, we'll finish up with these rings. I don't know if we're going to go ahead and pull it out anymore. We probably could a little bit, but what I'll probably do is try to get this the best stretch I can. We'll get the top camera on it. Like I said, it's really hard to get a stretch. Once I get to the eyes, and especially the mid-nose area, then there's much more area for where I can get a good stretch on it. And if I could work on it this next week, and if I had rings, if I get to that point, but I will probably leave this out enough to work on it to finish up what I have on my black rings, just so I can say that I worked till I was out of black. That is actually one of, well, really about the only color that I've never worried about getting any other color when I'm doing an inlay. I want to get all my color for what I'm doing for that inlay right then, because the color can vary. This red is definitely different than the red I had before, definitely different red than I had from my Chiefs jersey. They changed slightly. I mean, when they were just all together, they look fine. And even side by side, you can see the slight variation. It's not bad. But you don't want to do it mid-project. And black, though, is the only ring that I've never had a variation of color in, which I guess is good. And mostly frost for the most part, too. And I guess I've had the frost, where it looked a little grayer. But frost and black, for the most part, in all my ring sizes. If I pull out black and I want to do a graduated anything through black, it's going to look the same all the way through for every ring size. Purple is the worst. If I pull out purple, it's like every ring size is a different color of purple. I mean, there's a big difference. When I was making a dragon out of purple once, and I was trying to make the graduated tail that I do, it ended up looking more stripedy. I let the person know that ordered it. I was like, you know what? I'm not necessarily happy with this, and I took a picture, showed it to him. Said this is what kind of the colorations between the rings could change, because they run all these same size rings at one time, get that color, and so they can vary between them. And purple has always seemed the worst. So that's all that we put together there. Let's see if I can, like I said, let's see if I can try. It's just more difficult when there's less to work with here. And we're only forehead, so you're not going to see a whole lot anyway, but... And we'll put the picture there. So I guess you can kind of pretty good see it. It looks actually better when I look at the camera. Or I guess I should, let me get on top view here. Top camera. On my camcorder, when I look at the screen on it, I can see it much better than I can right here. And then even on the computer, I can... Ooh, oh, that was weird. I guess it didn't like me hitting the table. But, let's go ahead and... So, like I said, we're about... This one had a lot of... So probably right in through here, because this one had a lot of that bronze coming. So we're right in that area. That camera is screwing up on me, man. Is it plugged in all the way? Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. But anyway, since we're almost done, that's what we're doing. Like I said, we're mid-forehead here. Hopefully, maybe if I get enough time before we come back on Thursday, which will be August, 4th? Maybe I can get some more work done on this. Maybe get a little further, because this will get done faster. I would have had at least another 7-8 rows done on this past week, because there was a couple times I sat down going, I can't do it. I got to stop. It's like I have time right now. I could just do it, but then I'll be out of rings. So I did put it off. How many rings we got left in here? Ooh, oh yeah. Yeah, we'll finish up this row, but I'm definitely not going to be able to finish up the next row. It looks like there's roughly 30-ish left in there, so yeah. There's not much left in there. Let's go ahead and get back to the ugly face cam here, I guess. So I can give you all one last scare before you go to bed. But I want to thank everybody again. Like I said, a quick reminder, next week we will not be streaming. I will make a post of that over the weekend. I'll probably do a few pictures and let everybody know that we won't stream next week. But I'll still be around. I'm still taking orders. If you have any questions, just send them off to me. No problem there. I'll still take care of whatever I need to take care of on that front. But I do thank everybody for joining us now. I don't know if, like I said, it might have had a few people pop in and out tonight that I might have missed. No messages. So I do thank you all, though, if you watch this live at any point in time, or if you watch any of our videos later. I do appreciate it very much. I just have fun hanging out, talking to myself sometimes. It's good fun. But I do appreciate it. I hope you all have a great weekend. We will, like I said, we'll be back on August 1st. We'll come back. Well, actually on the 30th, we'll probably have a quick video, a live stream while we are at our event. I don't know what I'll do, when it will be, whatever. But otherwise, I hope you all guys have a great weekend. Have a great next week. And if you need anything, like I said, just drop me a line. Otherwise, thank you all for joining us tonight. You all have a great weekend. Peace.